Hello everyone, this is Super Comic Girl. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing my comic book review, and the number will be down below. So I hope all of you had a really wonderful week and everything. Next week I am off on Valentine's Day. I am so happy about that. Yeah, so I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to go to the comic book shop on Wednesday, and I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the video. So we're doing the comic book review, and this is all of the comics that I got for this week. And I just find it much better to do reviews of comics that I have picked up during the week. And yeah. So these are the comics that I will be going through, and then they get put away among my collection. So yeah. So the first one is Dead Mall issue number 3. Now this one was actually delayed by 2 weeks. I do not know the reason for it, but I had been eagerly awaiting issue number 3 because I really enjoyed issues number 1 and 2. And Dark Horse has some pretty good horror titles that I actually happen to like. So yeah. So this is basically, so for people that have not watched my other 2 reviews, a dead mall is basically a mall that is either completely shut down and you have graffiti and all that type of stuff, or a mall that is on the verge of shutting down, or you don't have as many people. Prime example of a dead mall I used to go to back in the late 90s, really early 2000s was the Shenango Valley Mall. It is classified as a dead mall, and most of the shops I used to go to are gone. So that kind of makes me go, dang, all that time. So Dead Mall issue number 3 has a group of kids who has entered a mall that is on the verge of being torn down, and basically they're trapped in this mall, and it is the reason that people have been vanishing and all that. So here's some interior art. So yeah. These kids are freaking weird. These are actual kids. These are kids that were stolen from by the mall. Yeah. So he gets transformed into this knife thing. I really enjoyed issue number 3. Once again, there is a nice balance between talking, action, and standing around. They don't really stand around much because they're inside of a mall that's trying to kill them. So yeah. So it's going to conclude. They're supposed to be February 22nd, which is this month, and yeah, it's supposed to be the final issue in this series. So it's kind of sad that this series is coming to an end, but there's only so much story you can do. But yeah, so Dead Mall issue number 3. Great illustrations, great story, great action, great everything. So yeah, so this is issue number 3. I give it 5 stars. It's a great issue. I actually bought 2 copies of it. One I gave to my friend. So, last month, I believe it was, I had told you that Monkey Prince issue number 10 was supposed to be the final issue because, according to the DC Comics website, it was supposed to be the final issue. Issue number 11 came out. And this is outside of. It doesn't mention the Lazarus Planet event at all. So you have comic books that once their presence in an event is over, it's not mentioned. It's like it never happened. So yeah. So here's some illustration. There's some more. So, I really happen to like Monkey Prince. I had never read it before, but I really do happen to like it. And, yeah, they find a baby. they find a baby in that. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, so he goes and he injects Monkey Prince with this nanobot, this compliance thing. So yeah, so basically now he has to do whatever this being tells him to do, or else he's going to die. And yeah, so 5 stars, really great cover, very interesting story, and yeah, I mean, it's a, like I said, it's a really different and unique story. I like the dialogue, I like the facial expressions, all that type of stuff. So definitely 5 stars, definitely worth the money. This was actually the last copy that they had at the comic book shop, and they had just essentially had just opened, and almost all the copies were gone. So it could be because people had gotten it or something like that. So this is Static Shadows of Dakota issue number 1. I got this for 2 reasons. One, I really loved the cartoon that was around during the 90s. I thought that it was really well done. I like Static as a character. I like Static more than I like Black Lightning. There's just something about him, his personality, and everything that I really happen to like. So when they brought him in for this first season, I read it and I was like, wow, this is a lot different than his original origin story. They did change his origin story just a little bit, but it felt like it was more authentic. And also, I hate to say this, but people of color can write this so much better. They can alter it. Black artists can alter it as much as they want, and it still feels authentic. It still feels like it's Static. And so yeah, so in this one, you have basically Static has freed all the Bang Babies and has basically caused the FBI to leave. And what has ended up happening is people that are afraid of the other, are afraid of those that are different from them, have decided that they're going to attack and capture these Bang Babies, which is they're metahumans. Now, not all metahumans are called Bang Babies. They're called this because of the gas that was used. And this gas killed people, mutated them, and a sliver of them got powers. And there's enough sliver of them that got powers to warrant the, yes, we're going to capture them. And it just reminds me of, let's see here, it reminds me of the X-Men in a way, where you have these people that've got these powers, and you have other people trying to like capture them and make money off of them, off of their capture. So yeah, it's a really good, it was a really good first issue, very strong, and yeah, I mean, just as good as the first season of Static was. So I'm definitely going to pick up issue number 2 when it comes out. 5 stars. Excellent, excellent comic. So here's issue number 4 of Sweetie Candy Vigilante. This is an outrageous comic. It's just an outrageous, outrageous comic. Yeah, it's like, I mean, she's going to be basically running the flagship of this company. Look how pretty that is. That is so cute. Yeah, and I mean, it's just like, really awesome, and she looks like that she's having a blast. Everything, and, it's just really like, it's like violent and gory and everything, and I just love it so much. But yeah, it's just like so good, and it's so outrageous. So yeah, so issue number 4 of Sweetie Candy Vigilante lives up to the other 3 issues, and I just absolutely loved it. So 5 stars, great comic. Then we have Gold Goblin issue number 4, the only of the 2 comic books that I really enjoyed, and from the Dark Web event. And this takes place, of course, after the Dark Web event, and you basically have Norman that's going through all this stuff, and there's his therapist, and people are shocked that the former Green Goblin is helping out. Electro got his ass handed to him. Loved it. And yeah, you have Yeah, and you have like it's supposed to be Gwen, but yeah. So you just really feel bad for him. He tried to help out, Jack O' Lantern, and it did not work out um, the way that he wanted to. And yeah, so I'm not going to show you the end of it, but really good issue. I like the progression of Norman and all this stuff, and there's still a little bit of the Green Goblin in him as far as his temper is concerned. So 5 stars, great issue. Then we have the Avengers War Across Time, which isn't as thick as the previous issue was. And basically, you have this elf, this dark elf, who is the one who crafted Mjolnir. And he's on Earth now. And he's really ticked off about this because he's like, I was in the middle of feasting. Yeah. It's one insane issue after another. And I'm just like, it's insane. It's just absolutely insane. And yeah, I love it. It has the old feel of old time Avengers and everything. This is what happens when you try to break into the Fantastic Four tower. Yeah, it doesn't work out that way. So 5 stars on that one. Alright, then we have Ghost Rider issue number 11. And, this is I do agree this is a great starting off point if you're new to Ghost Rider. I like the previous issues, and I do plan on to get the earlier ones on Kindle because, that's what you do when you can't afford to go on eBay and spend $22 for a copy. You go on Amazon and you get stuff. Yeah. Just, we find out that there's something really super creepy going on. And also, Talia does not trust the bike that Johnny is using because of who it used to be. It is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Sorry about that. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, it's just one big insanity. I just like, okay. I mean, literally, it's just Talia and Johnny going across the country, battling all these different types of things to come upon this town. Well, they're about ready to come upon this town that has gone to hell. And, yeah, it's a really interesting issue, and it's definitely just as good as the previous ones, and I'll give it 5 stars. Great issue. Then we have The Flash number 792. This is the 1 Minute War Part 3. I'm going to say that this 1 Minute War is a little bit confusing. Not because I don't understand it, but it's just a little bit confusing. So it's literally like everybody around them is frozen in time, and only those that have access to the Speed Force is walking around normal time. Now, I would say they're outside of normal time because they're able to do all this stuff that that they would if it was, normal time. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. They find a person inside it, which is weird. So yeah, I mean, here's Miss Murder. Yeah. So it was a pretty good issue. Not a bad issue, not a really super awesome issue. It was a pretty good issue. And definitely going to continue to read it. The ending was bizarre. So yeah. So The Flash, number 792, 1 Minute War, Part 3. I'll give 4.5 stars. So we've got Daredevil issue number 8. And I'm going to say I really enjoyed this issue a lot because you've got, they're battling the Hand and, yeah. Well, they're battling the Punisher and his, what do you want to call it? And this dragon's awesome. It is. Then you have Agony, which is one of the symbionts, which I thought was really interesting to put one of the symbionts in there. Overall, we all can tell from the comic that the Punisher is not himself at all. And they're just duking it out and fighting and busting heads. I almost said busting butts. Oh my lord. Busting heads, and it's just all out, just sock them, kick them, shoot them, stab them, whatever. And yeah, I mean, it was a good issue. I enjoyed it. Punisher got away, of course, but yeah. So now the Avengers really want Daredevil. So Daredevil issue number 8, 5 stars. Really great issue. Definitely there was a fight. All right. So we got Lazarus Planet Next Evolution issue number 1. So, just like with all the other Lazarus Planet issues, these are a collection of short stories. So, you've got this Lazarus Renson that Red Hood is trying to get. No idea why in the world you would want something that turns you into a monster. I do not understand. I am going to say, so we all know that Dark Web is over. Lazarus Planet is continuing for at least 2 more issues. This literally is my favorite event ever. This is my favorite DC comic event. This is my favorite collection of comic book events. I really happen to like what they've done, and introducing a lot of new characters. Then you have the Vigil that is going to have their own run. You have Flatline. I mean, characters that I really have never been introduced to, and yeah, it's so good. Yeah, there's only 2 more to go. Um, yeah. And then you have another one where you have Amanda Waller, um, who is playing chess with Deadeye. Yeah, I mean, it's a really awesome one, and I really happen to really like this. And you have Red Canary. Um, her going through her day and stuff. But yeah, I just loved it. Absolutely loved this comic. That you have some good artists, you have some good storytellers, and this is what I really like about reading comics is no matter if you're good or bad, there's always a story that's being told, and this is why I really love about it. And I also like the fact is that the comics are pretty thick, and it's just overall, it was a really good issue. There was no bad like stories in this issue. I really like seeing all the new characters and what this reign has done to a lot of them. So I'm definitely going to give this issue 5 stars. Excellent, excellent cover and excellent stories. The last one for this week is Batman issue number 132. I'm kind of not going to be like paying attention to DC as far as like how many issues are going to be in a run. So Bruce Wayne is still stuck on this Earth, which is very different, or stuck in the Gotham that's very different than his own. And yeah, and it's Bruce has gone back into high society undercover because he's very good at it. So yeah, it's a very different Gotham, very different Earth. So yeah, so so yeah. So yeah. So Batman issue 132, I enjoyed it a lot. You still have like the main story where Bruce is in this alternate formed Gotham, and you also have the side story where Robin is trying to um, find him. He suspects that he's in another world. Um, and also, you have Nightwing that is going and basically he's trying to find Batman. Yeah. So yeah. So um, yeah. So I mean, I don't know who the Robin is in this. I think I might have forgotten. I don't know if it's Tim Drake or it's another one. I don't know. But yeah. Sorry about that. It's the light. There we go. So yeah. So issue number 132. Sorry. We'll give 5 stars. Also, before I leave off with this, I also read that Robin's also going to be going to another world to find all the people that Toyman displaced. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that turns out. Alright, so those were all really great comics. I really enjoyed them. I did not get a bad issue this week. I'm very happy about that. So this week coming up, all of you know from the massive comic book haul that for Batman Beyond, that those comics were not bagged and boarded. I am not happy about that. I'm not going to, it doesn't mean I'm going to give the seller a bad rating. I'm not going to. I'm going to give them a 5-star rating. Trying to get bags and boards for, I think it's going to be 45 comics. I'm not exactly sure. I am going to have to use a lot of the money that I would normally use for my comic books to buy these bags and boards. And I am not going to get the ones that you remove the little adhesive thing. I am going to get the ones where you have to put tape on them. So what I'm going to be doing this week is I'm only going to be picking up one comic book. And if anyone's been following my channel for a bit, you know the only comic book I'm going to be picking up is the Lazarus Planet event. So that's going to be Dark Fate. So I'll be picking that up, and what I may pick up if Superman comes out this week. I will definitely pick up that one as well, because I'm definitely wanting to buy all the Dawn of DC issues. But I am going to be buying several bags and boards to put my comic books in there. So, because I have, I just bought a new short box off of Amazon, and my short box that has Dr. Fate on it, that one is filling up with comic books. But I want to get them bagged and boarded so that they don't get damaged. So you're only going to get maybe 1 or 2 comic books. That is absolutely going to be it. I am going to, however, check to see if the shop has the missing issues that were not part of the pile that I got. If that comes, if they do have 1 or 2 of them, I definitely will be buying those as well. But yeah, so I just want to get my Batman, some of my Batman Beyond comics in bags and boards, and I'm probably going to end up going there probably every other day, get bags and boards, because they're 25 cents a piece. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Another thing, I am going to start doing reviews of the Rebirth Batman Beyond probably next month. So yeah, so I'm really super excited about it, about getting my huge collection in some kind of protection. So anyways, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back pretty soon with the comic book cover of the week. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, keep reading. Bye.